Joker, Folie A Deux is out now in theaters and has gotten a lot of negative reviews. I haven't seen a single movie fan like this. Maybe that's wrong. 11 people like it. It's got 11 fans. The rest of the world hates it. Critics don't like it. But I essentially want to talk about the ending of Joker, Folie A Deux, and just why I didn't like it, why it didn't sit well with me. So this is going to be spoilers for Joker, Folie A Deux, if you haven't seen it. Mostly about the ending, maybe a couple of other things. I think I'm really just going to focus on the ending here. So the ending of Joker, Folie A Deux, sees Arthur Fleck escaping a courtroom trial because there's a bomb that goes off because Joker followers, people who follow him dressed up in clown makeup as the Joker, they bomb the courtroom and he gets out, and he runs away, and I forget what happens. Does he get caught by the police and thrown back into Arkham? I've only seen the movie once, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember him running away from those guys that are trying to like help him out, that are dressed up in clown makeup that look like the Joker. He's running away from them because he escapes their car. He somehow gets back to Arkham. I forget how he gets back to Arkham, and I have no intention of going to revisit this movie to even know how he gets back to Arkham. Essentially what happens in the final moments of the movie is that he's told by one of the guards that there's a visitor for him. And he thinks it's Harley Quinn, or Lee Quinn, as this movie will tell you Harley Quinn's name is, because the thing is with Harley Quinn in this movie, she's so underutilized. Lady Gaga is so underutilized. She becomes Joker's love interest. And all the musical sequences, I get what they're doing. Before you come at me and be like, yeah, well, that's the point. You just didn't understand it. No, the musical sequences didn't work for me. I get it's a fantasy playing out in Arthur's head about Harley Quinn and how his life could turn out and what he wants to do. Like that sequence where he's bashing the judge in with the sledgehammer. Yeah, I get that that's a fantasy. Don't come at me for it. It just didn't work in the context of the movie. Harley Quinn falls out of love with him because he denounces the fact that Arthur Fleck and Joker are like two different people. That's a major plot point in this movie. His lawyer was trying to plead with the judge, trying to plead with the court that Arthur and Joker are two different personalities. He's got a split personality, and that's why he's crazy. And he denounces that. So Harley Quinn leaves him. She doesn't like him anymore. He's back in Arkham. And they say he has a visitor. I believe he thinks it's Harley. So he's going down the hallway. He's going down a hallway. And then there's this dude, an inmate, who has the smile from the movie Smile. Okay, he looks like he's an extra from the movie Smile. And he's talking to Arthur. And then all of a sudden, he just says, "You get what you fucking deserve." And then he stabs him. And Arthur is left there bleeding out. And in the background, you can hear this inmate laughing. You can see him carving the Glasgow smile into his mouth, the smile that Heath Ledger's Joker had. And he continues to laugh, and Arthur is there bleeding out. Okay, so does this mean Arthur Fleck is dead? As of right now, I believe yes, because as of right now, until they make a third one, because if it makes money, they're going to make a third one. They're going to force Joaquin to come back. They're going to force Todd Phillips to come back, because that's just the movie business. That's how movie business works. If you make money, they're going to make a new one. But as of right now, I believe Arthur Fleck to be dead. And I believe that that guy is the new Joker, or is going to inspire a league of new Jokers, because it was always weird to me in the first one. It's like the one thing about the first one that I didn't like, because I really loved the first Joker movie, but I always thought that it was weird that we had Joker, but then we had a 10-year-old Bruce Wayne. So I was like, okay, so Arthur Fleck has to become the Clown Prince of Crime somehow, but he's going to become the Clown Prince of Crime when he's older, which doesn't make any sense to me. And now this movie's like, no, we're going to shit all over everything you loved about the first one. And this is why the first one should have just been left alone. There's no way this should have been a sequel. But, you know, cha-ching, money, $1 billion, here we are. Get what the ending is trying to do. It's trying to inspire, like, hey, like, he's not the actual Joker. There's other people that are inspired by Arthur Fleck. This guy who stabbed him could become the actual Joker. Maybe he could inspire another line of people to become the actual Joker. I get what it's going. It doesn't make any sense though, because if Arthur Fleck is dead and this was the definitive Joker origin story, then what is the point? What was the point of following Arthur Fleck through 2 movies if he's not the actual Joker? Todd Phillips actually came out and said Arthur Fleck is not the actual Clown Prince of Crime. And when he said that before the movie was released, I said, so what is the point? And now I'm left thinking that even more, because if Arthur Fleck is dead, what is the point? Like, what was the point? And there's theories going around that that guy that stabs Arthur in Arkham Asylum is actually the Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah, I don't buy it. And everybody's just saying that, well, he carves the Glasgow smile into his mouth. That doesn't mean you're the Heath Ledger Joker. And if you are the Heath Ledger Joker, then fuck off, movie. If Todd Phillips actually comes out and says, oh no, that guy is the actual Joker, he evolves into the Heath Ledger Joker, and they somehow connect this to the Dark Knight, I would hate this movie even more than I already did. And I've already thought the movie was bad up until this point. I could have been a little bit more lenient on the movie if this thing didn't happen. And it's so obvious too that this is Todd Phillips' way of saying, okay, this is it, bye, we're not going to do any more, or I don't want to do anymore. You just killed the Joker. Like, that should be the Joker. If you're trying to have other people be like the Joker and have somebody maybe attempt to kill Arthur Fleck because they're inspired by his murders and the fact that he incited chaos at the end of the original Joker movie, then play that idea up more in this movie. Don't have it be a courtroom drama. Don't have it be a musical. Like, I feel like that would be natural progression. Like, what are the consequences of what happened at the end of the first movie? And that's what I was talking about in my spoiler-free review, because this whole ending just makes these movies moot. It feels like a slap in the face to fans of the first one. It feels like a slap in the face to Batman fans. It feels like a slap in the face to DC Comics fans. It feels like a slap in the face to comic book fans in general, especially massive, massive Joker fans. Can you imagine seeing this with your friends and just being like, yeah, they killed the Joker, which is insane. And I get it. To me, it's so obvious that the movie was written from this. It was like, okay, we have the ending in mind. Arthur Fleck is going to die. Now write the rest of the movie around that. And I get it. There's arguments that other movies have been like that. No Time to Die, for instance. It's like, yeah, Bond dies at the end. Now write the movie around that ending. But at least with that, despite what you may think, I will agree with people who don't like that ending. Me personally, I like that ending. I thought it poignant. I found it emotional. But if you don't like it, fine. At least the movie surrounding it was still good. The movie surrounding Joker, Folie A Deux, and the ending of Arthur Fleck getting stabbed and dying, supposedly, it just wasn't good to begin with. The building blocks weren't there to get to this point in the movie. And I think that's one of my big frustrations with the ending of this movie. Not only does it feel pointless, not only does it feel like a slap in the face, but it just feels like the ending was already written and they had to just write the movie around there, but they just didn't write a good movie. That's really all I have to say about Joker Folie A Deux, because I just wanted to talk about that ending. Whether or not he's actually dead, we'll see, because if they make a third one, they're going to be like, oh, nope, it was all in his mind. It was all a fantasy. It was one of those things he was imagining. He's not dead. He was imagining getting killed in that scene. But now here's what actually happens. And it's going to be a giant cop-out if they make a third one. I hope they don't. I hope Todd Phillips is like, yep, this is the end. Thank God he did not take on the job of being the head of DC Studios like they originally wanted him to be. He just wants to leave it at this. You can tell he's done. Joaquin, you can tell he's done. I didn't like Joaquin in this movie. I didn't think he gave a great performance in this movie. I've seen a lot of praise for Joaquin. I didn't like him in this. That's all I really have to say about Joker Folie A Deux and the ending. It just felt like a big cop-out. It felt like, what was the actual point? Why did we sit through 2 movies for that to happen? What are your thoughts on the ending of Joker Folie A Deux? Let me know in the comments section below. I'll leave my link to my website in the description below as well. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex Madden, and I'll see you at the movies somewhere.